So I don't know about you, but I always think it's fun to just see what other people have done with their setups, with their organization. So I'm going to show you behind me how we have managed to do cloth diapering, EC, our storage, the workflow, if you will, for the last 18 months. Okay, so hi Remy. Remy has a cone of shame on, poor Remy. Okay, so here is what we have going on. We opted to do a diaper changing table, which I think is kind of old school. I notice a lot of Instagram momfluencers do the dresser with a basket or a changing pad or something on top. But we knew pretty early on that we were gonna have her in the bedroom with us for a while, and it just didn't make sense to have a big piece of furniture here in this space. And so I'm actually really happy with the diaper changing table. And we made some modifications, as you can see. So first of all, this is set up for where we are now in our journey. When she was first born, obviously this stuff was not here. This was probably on the dog crate. And obviously the trash can was on the floor because now she can get into it. And so we keep the trash can up. But we did have this box that I built while I was pregnant, and then we just screwed it into the diaper changing table. And it is actually the perfect height for a top hat potty. It just perfectly fits in there. And the reason I liked having it like this is that it's a shorter walk than the bathroom, and I could offer her the potty as we were doing a diaper change. So it was just right there. And I would just EC cradle hold her over this, and then I could, pat her dry, lay her back down and finish changing her diaper. And then later I could take this and go dump it in the toilet. So that ended up being absolute gold. Highly recommend it. We purchased, I'll move this out of the way here, one of these sloping pads instead of the flat pad that comes with this table. And it was very helpful to have that as she started to roll. It would kind of keep her contained back to center. So I really like this. And then there's a lot of options for, obviously something comfortable. I probably, for the second baby, would just invest in some extra large pre-folds and do that. So as you can see here, I'll just kind of walk through the other aspects of this. So this now has Boingo Snappies pins. It's a sharp little mess in there. But when she was a newborn and when she was sort of a younger infant, this was actually empty. These were in a separate container over here, and this would hold a handful of muslin wipes that I would wet at the beginning of the day so that I always had something ready to go. But otherwise, this is just water and fractionated coconut oil for, the random times that she had a red butt crack, a little bit of a rash coming on. I found the coconut oil to be very nice. Now we have in here, these are swaddles, blankets, various things that we use when the weather's colder. These are all of our wet bags. We have quite a few. I'm gone during the day a lot with her, and so I find that I go through a lot more wet bags, maybe than the average person. I don't know. You let me know what you guys do. These are the Tiny Undies brand of little transitional underwear. It's got some cotton fluff in here that absorbs a little bit more pee than just regular underwear. And we are starting to transition out of daytime diapers, and so that's why I have a bunch of these. We're using more and more of these around the house. Here is a KangaCare 3D wet bag. I tried a lot of different solutions for dirty diaper storage, and at this point, this is what is working for us, is just utilizing lots of different wet bags. And I might do a separate video on that, the pail versus the decor pail versus an open basket versus wet bags, because we tried pretty much everything that I saw recommended on the internet, and they all had different pros and cons. So pre-folds, and then these bins ended up being perfect for all-in-ones. And I will link a description from Amazon for these also. But basically I've got a variety of all-in-ones up here. As you can see, I love Micro Vias. So those are there. These are Daddy's diaper of choice. And I almost thought I was gonna just do these, before I ended up falling in love with pre-folds and flats. I've got some blueberry diapers in here, I've got a Thirsties, I've got a Smart Bottoms, so lots of all-in-ones. Down here, these are our pockets that I don't really use that much. Thirsties natural pockets that have not been stuffed. Thirsties hemp inserts, we use these for overnight, and also some muslin wipes. I don't use too many of these anymore, so that's why a lot of them are down here. Our wool covers, this is the baby greens, our Luna Paca, some poopy wool covers are in here. Our PUL covers, so Rumparoos, Lullaby, quite a few options here. And then these are our baby greens cotton fitted diapers that we sometimes use for overnight as well. And then this is empty and this is not full because my flats are in the wash right now. So normally I'd have some Bird's Eye and some muslin flats folded up there as well. So let's go into the bathroom and I can just kind of show you from an EC standpoint kind of what we've done. I'll zoom out here. We have a very tiny bathroom, as you can see. And so typically what has worked well when she was, I want to say probably getting around 8 months, 6 to 8 months. For the longest time, if I was going to EC hold her, like classic hold her, I'd do it over the toilet and then I could just, wipe and flush and it was easy. But I wanted to start transitioning her to sitting on the toilet on her own. And so we got a potty seat reducer. This is the Angelbliss. I tried a few different ones and I really liked this one for a couple reasons. You can adjust the fit on your toilet. This is very cushioned. It's very cushioned and squishy, and I really felt like held her onto the toilet well. Some of the other reducers that I tried moved around too much, which made her very nervous. When she would move, it would slide, and didn't seem to hold her in the seat well, or the hole was just too big, and I didn't want her to get uncomfortable or scared. And she also wasn't super stable holding herself up in the beginning. So this I really liked. And then now I would say more often than not though, we're utilizing the mini potty. Again, this is another Andrea Olson product from Go Diaper Free. I also have the IKEA potty, which is a little bit taller. So I would still say this is a really great choice, even though it is more expensive. My daughter loves this. She can straddle it now and slide it between her legs and come down and sit of her own accord. And so I really found when I was encountering potty resistance that bringing this back and giving her this option and showing her how to be more independent with this rather than with the reducer was kind of the key to unlocking that hump of challenge that we went through. And then diaper sprayer, this thing's amazing. Super high powered. I absolutely feel like this is a necessity with cloth diapers for spraying out poop. Love this thing. And then one more thing I wanted to mention is this bed rail right here. I got it off Amazon. Leave a link in the description. I'm sure there's lots of different kinds out there. I really like how sturdy it is. My daughter has rolled into it in the middle of the night and been totally fine. Obviously it's got the breathable mesh, which is great. You just lift this up on either side and it'll fold down so you can get in and out of bed, make the bed, change the sheets, etc. But this thing has been super awesome. And I think we put this up, I want to say around 8 months. It was a little bit later than when she first started rolling, just because she always stayed really close to me most of the night, and it wasn't until she started popping off my boob and kind of rolling away that I opted to start putting this up. So this has been a great piece to have as well. So that's the setup we have going on. Hopefully that was just kind of a fun little tour for you. Would love to hear what you opted to do and what has worked for you. So let me know down in the comments. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.